What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna be replacing brake pads on this 1996 Chevrolet Cavalier. Here we have the brand new OEM Acdelco brake pads for this car. Disclaimer, guys, this video is not necessarily educational as it's more for entertainment purposes. We're gonna be doing some sketchy stuff while doing this brake job because we were in a tight schedule. Okay, some of the things we do you should not be doing, so you should do as we say and not do as we do, if that makes any sense. Okay, let's get to it. Okay guys, so first make sure you take off the reservoir cap. This will make it easier while pushing the piston in the caliper backwards and not creating unwanted pressure in the system. We are using hand tools, as you can see, so we're gonna have to loosen the lug nuts before we jack up the car. Now here's the first sketchy thing we're gonna be doing. As you can see, we're not using a C-clamp to push the piston in the caliper. We're using a pry bar. But it's safe, we're not gonna be scratching the rotor whatsoever. As you can see, we're putting it on the old brake pad. On the outside of the old brake pad, we're not contacting the rotor in any way. Now using a 9mm hex head, we're gonna remove these two bolts which serve as sliding pins for this setup. We're gonna be flipping it upside down and taking out the old brake pads. Now, we are setting this on top of the knuckle, as you can see. Okay, never leave the brake caliper dangling from the brake line. This will cause serious damage. These are the old worn out brake pads, as you can see. The piston is pushed in. And now out with the old and in with the new stuff. Now on this application, on the inner side brake pad, you're gonna be pushing the clip on the spring inside of the piston. And the outer side brake pad, you're gonna be sliding the spring on top of the caliper, as you can see. This is how you set this setup. Now all you gotta do is slide the brake caliper with the brake pads on top of the rotor, line up the holes for the bolts with the pins, push them in, start threading them in, and the assembly is the reverse of this assembly. And just like that, we're done. Now it's time to put the wheel back on. Make sure you tighten the lug nuts and star pattern, just to make sure that the wheel is seated properly. Now we're on to the passenger side. It's the mirror image of the other side, there's nothing different. Start by loosening the wheel on the ground, then jack up the car, then completely remove the lug nuts and the wheel. The 2 bolts and pins. Remove the caliper, out with the old brake pads, in with the new. Make sure you check the oil level in the brake master cylinder. Ours was a scotch down, so we added a little bit. Torqued everything up, and it's good to go. Now we have reached the end of our video. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video, and comment down below. Peace.